Well, Simon, Stephen May, just a little hamstring problem.
Yeah, look, he had a little hamstring problem in the game, and it's a really, really low-grade hamstring and really minor. And obviously, he played the game out, but the risk of it potentially being a bigger injury was just too great to take. So give him the week off. Hopefully, he'll be right to go next week. But we'll just see how that plays out.
And the decision to leave Bruce out, is that more a match-up thing than his form?
Yeah, look, we've trialled the two rucks now for a few weeks. There's areas of the game that we like, but there's areas that we still think we've got some work on. We need our big men marking the ball inside 50, and at the moment, Braden's probably not doing that for us. But with Tim Smith coming back, Harrison Petty's playing some good footy, gives us a chance to look again at a different-looking forward line and an opportunity to see what we've got.
Jakey Melton playing VFL.
Yeah, it's great to have Jake back. He's been out for 10 weeks now, so getting back playing some VFL footy. He'll probably play 3 quarters. He's missed a fair bit, but he's done a fair bit of training. So getting back playing, and obviously, we've still got a month to go, 5 weeks to go of footy. So it's important to get him back in the team, and once again, an opportunity to get him back into our side.
Watching the same last week, I seem to play with a bit more dare, a bit more bold. Did you notice that? And what are you expecting from them a bit differently under Rats?
Oh, look, I think it's pretty natural with a new coach coming in that it frees things up. They played with aggression. They certainly moved the ball, slightly differently, and they were managing to hit the scoreboard. So I think that's normal with a new coach. So we certainly know what we're up against, and they certainly challenged us in round 5 in that space. So it's going to be a really good game. It's going to be an aggressive game. It's going to be a good contest, and we're looking forward to it.
Anything changed with your approach with the players this week? You seemed after the game last week fed up with these close efforts and not getting across the line. Is your messaging changed at all with the boys?
No, it hasn't changed. What I have probably put in place is why that frustration's built. 10 weeks in a row, we've probably been in winning positions, within 3/4 time. Probably outside of the Giants game, and we just haven't been able to finish our work off. We've played some good footy, we've played some sound footy, we've played some exciting footy. I think everyone that was in Alice Springs and watching the game, there were some periods of that game where we were quite a dominant team and in a position to really hit the scoreboard, and we weren't able to, and it just fell away too great late in the game. So just reinforcing the boys that their good footy is good, but at some stage you've got to make a decision that and a mindset and a will and a want that to really take your game to another level to get across the line, and that's what we're looking to do again. There'll be a position in this game on the weekend where it'll be a choice to make about how much you want. You've got to will yourself and continue to work hard and continue to stick what works for us, and that's our challenge. We need to start getting across the line in those types of games.
So has there been, do you think, a bit of a lack of ruthlessness there?
Oh, look, I think it's just a lack of finishing off our work. As I said, some of our footy's been really good and really sound, but we haven't got the results. And as I said, for the last 9 or 10 weeks, we've been in winning positions, and good teams are able to finish games off, and we haven't been able to do that for whatever reason. But the time's now. We've got to start building a winning culture again, and not be satisfied with where we sit. We're as disappointed with where we sit on the ladder as you could be. So we don't need external people to tell us that. We know it internally, and as I said, we've been there and thereabouts for a little while now without getting results, and it's now time to start turning some of that effort and some of that progression into winning again.
I was going to ask you about that. Some of the critics have been loud this week, and former Melbourne greats Gary and David Schwartz. What do you make of this? Seems to be this sense that Melbourne are just treating this as an aberration and everything will be okay next year. What do you make of that sort of thing?
Oh, there's always going to be that talk. We are where we are. We're 17th on the ladder. We've won 5 games. I understand the criticism, and I understand the frustration, but we don't need external people to tell us that. We're as frustrated as anyone and disappointed with where we sit. But what we do know is that we have built the club on good foundations, and we have got some great people here, and we are working incredibly hard. And we had a linear improvement for a while, and we've had a poor season in terms of win-loss. But we've still got plenty to get out of our year this year. And what I do know is that we've got a lot of committed people that are going to work really hard to try and turn this around. And only time will tell about where that ends up. And I'm not going to argue with the critics now. I'm not in a position to do that. What I am in a position is to work really hard for the Melbourne Footy Club, work really hard with our players and staff and get us back winning games of footy.
You find it a bit disrespectful if people think you're just going to sweep it under the carpet and think, oh, we'll be right next year?
Yeah, I do. Only in the fact that we understand how tough the industry is. We're incredibly disappointed. We certainly don't sit here accepting the fact of having a season like we've had. But we've also got probably a little bit more optimism internally about what's possible and where we're going as a club and the foundations that we've laid. And I think that's a good position for us to be in. But we're not sweeping this under the carpet. We'll continue to look at how we get better, the changes that we'll need to make, but continue to work with our players to build a really strong footy club.
There's a bit of talk about Casey this week, obviously the ground last week, whether it's a good place to develop your players, given it's windy out there all the time. What have you made of that discussion?
Yeah, it's probably the one that's probably irked me a little bit. The Casey Demons has been an outstanding place for us to develop our players. We've proven that over a period of time. The element of the wind, I don't know if you know, Jules, but when you head to Williamstown, Coburg, Box Hill, Sandringham, it's pretty windy there as well. So wind for me is not an issue. We've had a little issue with our ground in the last 3 weeks with drainage, but we're rectifying that as a club. But Casey's been outstanding for us. We've had a great relationship. You know, the Casey Demons now is certainly our own fabric, and we're really proud of that. And we've developed some great players out of there.
Jack Viney, there was no issues during the week after his head knock?
No, he's come through that really well. He's got a couple of little things to check off today, but you know, just speaking to him and seeing him around the corridor, he's ready to go.